Where is he gone?
There is a new dog in the finca.
Where
Nobody
is he gone?
recognizes him. We show what we do. We show what we do.
And this is just one of the slightly more luxury. We are building another pig area.
So this is Eva. Eva is our blind horse.
I'm Emma and this is Edu. We're the founders of Tenerife Horse Rescue.
We are a small non-profit, self-founded, eco-friendly animal sanctuary born in 2018. We are run by a great big family of volunteers.
And an even bigger animal family. Don't forget to press the subscribe button to follow our Finca Life adventures every week. So,
Good morning!
we're here together. Welcome back everybody to another episode of Finca Life. And I think this is the third in the row that actually you've managed, no, second that you've had both of us, because the one before I was ill.
Yeah, I was by myself.
Yeah,
you remember? It was really good.
But you'll be, yeah, it was a good one, I hate to admit it. But you'll be really happy to know that we're all well again and everyone is more or less healthy and back to running the finca relatively as normal. I was going to say relatively smoothly, but it never runs smoothly, it's always chaotic.
Yeah, always. But we are ready to cuddle again! We can be close again! The virus is gone!
Well, we shared it anyway.
Oh yeah, but with everybody.
So, well, actually the first thing we should introduce is who's behind the camera, because we have a new volunteer.
Hi everyone.
This is Irene. As you people who have followed us before, you know that we change volunteers and videos, so this is her first video on our channel. So give her lots and lots of love below and convince her to stay. She seems lovely so far. I've only really met you this morning. So what have we got to talk about this week? Well, you actually had a good point where we're standing. We just started here because we're conveniently here, but actually you had a good point.
Yeah, right. Behind us, next week, you're gonna see a new cage. Why? Because last week we had, as always, a call for...
I think we actually introduced them in last week's video. We did, the mice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because Edu made a good point that they weren't, because I said it was a new species, but actually it wasn't. We've got hundreds of them.
Free!
Unplanned. But yeah, we're gonna, oh sorry Shani. We're gonna do a big cage here because we've got hundreds of pet mice, and my fear is that most of them are pregnant because they all came together. In one small cage there was like 20 and they're big enough to be pregnant, so I think we're gonna have a lot of mice. So if you'd like to adopt a mouse, please let me know. But we're gonna have to make big runs for mice here. But we also had someone else to talk about. Where has he gone? Where is he gone? I think he's embarrassed by his new look, so he's run away from the camera.
There is a new dog. There is a new dog in the finca.
Where
Nobody
is he
recognizes him.
Where's he gone?
Haha, he's there. He's there. Look at him, he's
there
on the
he is.
sofa. He is not a new dog, he's just a new cat. We brought one dog yesterday to the haircut. It was to clean a bit because he was not like him, but close to.
The thing about Sheepy is he's actually really, really traumatized. We've had him a year now, I suppose, and he spent his entire life on a chain and he was getting kicked, and he's really, really traumatized to be touched. If you accidentally, touch with your foot like this, he will turn and bite, so we have to be very careful with him around, and he didn't have many options other than being euthanized, but actually he's a lovely, lovely, lovely dog. He's just really traumatized, so we had to take things really, really slowly, and he was so scared with just touch at the beginning. But he bonded so well with Edu, but we still couldn't get near him with a brush. And we didn't want to, ruin the progress that we'd made. So we had to take him to the vets and stuff. Let's go show Sheepy.
We show what we do. We show what we do.
Over here where there's more space.
Vamos, Sheepy. Vamos.
He's such a funny dog, and when we met him you wouldn't believe this because he was so scared and he couldn't play and he didn't know, he was shut down, terrified, aggressive. And now, I bet he's not going to do it just because we got the camera out. But him and Edu are great friends and they play so funny, they're so bouncy.
He's good.
This is nothing. It's so funny when he does it. Maybe we have to come back and try that later.
Okay.
Yeah.
But this is true. Yesterday was a big laugh for everybody. Why? Because nobody can believe that this is Sheepy. And to everybody it was like just coming back from the vet saying like, oh, I found a new dog. And everybody was believing it. Yeah. Everybody was like, oh, it's so like old poor dogs. No, it's just Sheepy, shave it.
Maybe we have to stay tuned, follow next week and we'll get Sheepy
active again.
Yeah, I think he's just not happy with his new haircut. He was really nervous yesterday and he's not been so relaxed, so maybe he's not relaxed enough to play his funny game. But when he bounces, he jumps like here, doesn't he? He just, all 4 feet come off the ground like poof, all the way up here, like with no warning. It's amazing. Anyway, something else. This is a question we get quite often on our comments on YouTube, is like people who would like to volunteer short term and things like this. We could do a long video about this, how volunteering works, but I'm gonna like a quick simple answer, because we have quite a few different ways of volunteering. We have like the long-term community people, which means like 2 or 3 months and things like this, which is like the heart of the people you see in the videos and they know here. But we also have a short-term experience, and because sometimes people want to come just for like a week and volunteer. They don't necessarily have experience with horses or whatever, but they would like to experience what it's like. And we have a different way of doing it. And we have, it's like for a donation. So we have a small donation, which is going to cover the food and the accommodation. And then you can sort of learn a bit, because it is a big program now. The main hub of the volunteers come because they've got their experience. For example, she's got experience with videos, and then the horse people have got experience with horses and things like this. But for people who want to just have the experience of living in a community in an animal sanctuary, we have a different way. And one of the places, which is this one just here, oops, is empty. So I can show you it. I don't know if it's been cleaned because we've got a new girl coming in on Friday. But I suddenly just thought about it, and this is just one of the slightly more luxury, because as you know, we all share bathrooms and kitchens, and the accommodation and the volunteers, if you've seen any of the other videos, it's very rustic. It's just like huts and things like this. But this is one of the beautiful ones, which we call the Cupcake House. So we rent it out for €15 a night, which covers food and accommodation, and then you can volunteer with us as well. But yeah, this is one of the accommodations which is built by our volunteers. It's all clay from our land and glass bottles and waste and things like this, and it's all been done beautifully. It's probably very dark for filming in here, but and you've got an amazing view from the bed as well. So yeah, this is just one of the ways if you want to get involved for a short stay, which is if you want to come for a week, so sort of a volunteer holiday, €15 a night, you can stay in here, and your food and accommodation, your food is included, and you can volunteer with the horses. It is actually pretty fully booked until the next few months actually. So I'm going to give you over to Roz actually, because it's been raining a little while ago. It's super green here, well, super green for us. And she's about to take all the horses out for a walk next door, and there's like a green bit which is hopefully on our new land, but at the moment it's just wasteland, and she's going to take some of the horses to go for a graze and a roll and a bit of a play, and it's really lovely to see, so I think you can go with her. I don't know if you can see over just behind us, a guy working over there, I don't know if you can see it. We are building another pig area because we got Mr. Waterson and Pumbaa a while back, and we didn't have anywhere to put them, so we had to make a closed off path, and because they're both boys, we couldn't put them together, so we're just sort of squeezing people in there, pigs in. But Daisy and Maisie are going to go into the bigger place, and then Pumbaa's going to go into there. It's always something squeezing around for the different animals wherever you can squeeze them in. Yeah, cool. Well, enjoy with Roz. Enjoy the horses.
So this is Eva. Eva is our blind horse, and today she's had a bit of a spa day. She's come down here and had her feet soaked in the foot bath, and she's had a bath because she was getting very dusty and she had lots of little scabby skinny bits, and she's even had her tail plaited. If you look at her tail there, one of the girls gave her a nice plait. And now we're gonna go to the grassy area. Since the rains the other week, we've actually got grass here in the desert of Tenerife, and so we're making the most of it. And every day we take a different paddock of horses down to the grass so that they can have a couple of hours of grazing. Make them feel like it's a special occasion.